One that can see.
Hey, I did a Google search to the world's greatest cathedrals. And where I'm kind of going with this is I'm getting a lot of people talking about Satan's little season, saying that that's where we are. So I'm just trying to look into some of this stuff. And you got to realize that if Christ already ruled for 1,000 years, what type of architecture would there be? Because these cathedrals that I'm going to show you were not built in a year. We all know that these cathedrals have been here for thousands of years, and they just remodel them every once in a while or however long. But I just want to go through and show you some of these cathedrals and show you some of the symbolism, because my thinking on this is that if Christ was actually ruling on this world for 1,000 years, you would not see these big cathedrals and churches that have all this satanic, occult type symbolism in them. I mean, you can zoom in and just look at it. And there's a whole lot of sun worship and stuff, but I'm just going to go through some of them. Like right there, that almost looks like a skull or something like that. But look at the chemtrails in the background. Wow. This one's in Europe. And we all know about St. John Divine. That stuff's wicked. But, yeah, look into this for yourself. My biggest one, the first time I heard this theory about being in Satan's little season, I went back to the Bible, and I believe it's in Revelation chapter 21. And it's all about when Christ sets up his kingdom, it's going to be an eternal kingdom. And nowhere in the Bible does it say that when he comes and sets up the kingdom that he's leaving this earth. He's going to rule and reign forever until after the 1,000 years, and then Satan is loose for a little season, and then he gathers the armies up and they make war, and then lightning comes down from heaven and destroys him. And then you have the great white throne judgment. And then is when you have a new heaven and a new earth. The new Jerusalem comes down from heaven. It's like a cube. It's like a transparent cube. Let's look at some more of these. But yeah, and we know that we are the body of Christ. I don't believe that when Christ is ruling and reigning for 1,000 years, they're going to be building these types of cathedrals. I just don't see that happening. See if I can get one where I can get a good close-up. And see that? It's just like a lot of like sun type worship. And gargoyles are on a lot of them. And if Christ is ruling and reigning, these aren't going to be here. You can tell and look that these buildings were built by the builders that rejected the cornerstone. Those are the people that built these. These things are just magnificent, and you don't put one of these up in a year, if you know what I mean. These things have been sitting here for centuries. I mean, that's just the occult type symbolism, and just the way you can tell that all of these were built by the same spirit. The builders that have the same spirit. They're all very similar to one another. The world's largest cathedral. Look at that. That's wild. But yeah, you can do that. Just do a Google search, and it pulls all of them up. Look at that symbol right there. Do you think Christ and his people are going to be making buildings with symbolism like that? Just ask yourself. That one's dark looking. Look at the triangles right there, like the pyramids. These definitely aren't going to be here when Christ is ruling for 1,000 years. Then you have the domes. Cathedrals of the world. Yeah, and I don't see them having that figure of Jesus up on a cross when Christ is ruling and reigning here for 1,000 years, because he's going to be the ruling king. He's not dead on a cross. There's that same one. But just some of them, just the symbolism. Just check it out. You can tell that these were created by the builders. But anyway, just wanted to do a quick one. It's crazy how they do show like the chemtrails in the background, a lot of these. But anyway, y'all take it easy later on.